What's up, lovely world? I don't know why I said hello. So, there's a lot of things that, cross my mind on a daily basis. Whether it's a small thing or whether it's a bigger thing. And what I want to talk about today is kind of a bigger thing for me. Because I don't do this enough. I don't, take care of my body. I wish I would take care of my body more. Maybe I'll live longer if I take care of my body more. And it's not going to be an easy journey, but I want to do something a little bit different. Like, I bet you the beard that was on my face weighed like maybe a pound or 2 pounds, and it just didn't feel right anymore. It felt like it needed to be, gotten rid of, which I did get rid of. I need to start focusing on more self-care, more, more health related things, because I feel like my health hasn't been there over the last, so many months. And I don't know, I need to work on, figuring out what I need to do to mentally, physically, emotionally prepare myself for, not just a birthday, but so much more. And I'm not talking about self-care where I get a job and get my license. I'm talking about self-care where I, maybe shed a few pounds here and there. Or shed a few pounds between now and my 31st birthday. And I know you guys don't care about me talking about my birthday, but it feels like I was pushing myself to gain weight for some reason, and I just realized that I'm not that person that I want to be. I'm not that guy that, that just has everything figured out in my health. My health may be, amazing, or it may be really, really bad. I don't really know what happens there. But I feel like I need to start taking care of myself a little bit better, and maybe lose a few pounds, maybe lose like 20 pounds or 30 pounds over the course of the next 2.5 months, because I feel like I put too much emphasis on eating every single, 5 hours or so, and that's probably not the health. I mean, sure, it could be healthy for some. But for me, it just doesn't feel like I'm being healthy. I'm being, I'm just stuffing my face with food that's probably terrible for me. And I want to, take a step back and look at my life the way it should be. I mean, it may not seem like it, but I had a great body at one point. I'm not saying I had a six-pack or anything like that, or, anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I was comfortable with being right around 150, 145, 145 to 150 pounds. And I think I shied away from that whole concept that, sure, society judges us. Some of the human race judges on us on how the way we look, and how big we are, or how small we are, or all that kind of stuff. But for me, personally, I feel like I'm not the person I once was. And I want to get back to that person. I want to get back to that, somewhere between 145 and 150 pound weight on my body, or maybe even a little less than that. Maybe let's go to 140 to 150, somewhere in that range, because right now I think I'm pushing 200, which is not good for my health. It could mean, heart disease. I'm not saying I'm a doctor here. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm just saying that I feel like the way I'm going, I could have problem walking later on in life. My knees could, get bad, or get a little worse than they are if I don't take care of my body. because our bodies are our temple, and I don't want to, follow in my father's footsteps, because if I keep going down this road, I'm not going to be able to walk when I'm like 65 or 70. And I want to make it to 65 or 70 or even 80 or 90. I want to make it to that age. And the way I'm pushing my body to, eat all of these unhealthy foods around me, I'm not saying I want to become a vegan. I'm not saying I want to become a vegetarian or anything like that. I just want to eat healthier. I don't want to, eat too much foods. I don't want to, push my body to extremes where I can't be able to get up in the morning or, walk around as much as I want to and do exercise, basically. That's what I want. I want to be able to, to be able to say I can walk properly without having to be pushed around on a wheelchair when I'm in my 80s or 90s, or have to use a walker or a cane or something like that when I get to, my 60th birthday or my 75th birthday or my 90th birthday, or however old I want to get. I want to be able to do things on my own when I'm, getting closer to the very end. I don't want to have to worry about, what my body's going to look like when I'm that age. I want to focus on working on my body now so I can, do fun things, go on walks, whether it's going around New York City someday, or whether it's going around a convention center without getting tired, or going on hikes without getting tired. That's the main focus for me right now, mentally in my head, is that I want to be able to do things without getting exhausted, without having issues like it gets hard to breathe after, walking like 3 or 4 miles or 5 miles or 6 miles. And I want to be able to walk 6 or 7 miles a day. Not like right now, but someday if I want to go on a hike like I did when we went to the Redwood National Forest and the Sequoia National Park, I want to be able to experience that without having to, stop every 5-10 minutes just to catch my breath. Because that was the hardest part of doing that, was I'd have to take a break every 5 to 10 minutes just to catch my breath. And I want to be able to, keep up with everyone that's younger than me. Even though I am going to be 31 on April 17th. I want to be able to, take a step back and look back at, like, how I was when I was 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm now in my 30s. I want to be able to be that guy that I was when I was 21 to 25. I want to be that guy. And right now, it just doesn't feel that way to me. And I need to register in my brain that it's okay to lose pounds. It's okay to lose weight. Now, I know everyone's saying, don't lose the weight. Everyone in the comment section is going to say, don't lose the weight. But for me, it's most important to be that guy I used to be. And it may take more than 2.5 months to get that done, but I'm going to work my butt off to get back to where I was mentally, physically, and emotionally when I was in my early 20s and maybe even into my mid-20s and late 20s, from maybe 27, 28. But right now, that's just not what I am. I feel like I'm probably being a little too hard on myself saying all this stuff in this video, but it makes me think, what would life be like if I lost, 30 or 40 pounds, or even 25 to 30 pounds right now? it would probably make me happier. It would make me more energized to do things with friends outside in the real world. It would make my life so much easier if I got back to, to a weight that I feel like I'm comfortable with. It may take, like I said, it may take more than 2.5 months to get back to that original lifestyle that I had back in my early 20s to my mid 20s. But let's just push that aside for a second here. Yesterday was Groundhog Day. Now, I did not watch the movie Groundhog Day yesterday, but I have seen it with him in it. I can't. Why am I blanking on his name? Hang on. I have his movie right here, or one of his movies right here. Bill Murray. He played the guy in the movie, and yesterday, Puxatawny Phil said that we're going to be getting an early spring this year for the second year in a row. And last year he was correct, I believe. So that means that if we get an early spring, we're possibly could be getting an early summer. And I can't wait to see what happens in the next, couple weeks to months, because that's what I do. I look a couple months in the future, maybe years in the future, and I focus on what I have to do to get ready for my 31st birthday, or to get ready for my next birthday after that, or my 35th birthday, or what I have to do to save enough money to go to New York for my 35th birthday, or save enough money to go to Disney World and do all the parks in Orlando, Florida for my 40th. So, these are just some of the things that cross my mind on a daily basis. Is what do I have to do to get back to the way things were when I was, younger, 9 years ago, and all that stuff that I was doing when I was, going to those 2 bars that I frequented a lot in my 20s. What do I have to do? I know the answer to this question, by the way. I have to stop eating so much junk food. Like, for example, I have to take a step back from eating popcorn. I have to take a step back from eating so many quesadillas. I have to take a step back from eating so many chicken strips and stuff like that. All that crappy food, that processed food that I put in my body is not healthy for me. I don't want to have heart disease or have a heart attack or have problems with my lungs or my kidneys or any of that stuff when I get to my 60s and 70s and 80s. So you got to focus on yourself first. You got to self-care yourself. You got to take care of yourself before you can, make it to that age. And I haven't been taking care of myself, which is a problem that I need to fix right away. And I can't wait to get back into shape, to get back to that, body that I had when I was in my early 20s to my mid 20s. And I'm ready for this next section of my life where I get back into shape as much as I can. I know you guys probably don't care about, what I do with my life or how I live my life, but this is what's important to me. And I'm going to try my best to, get back to who I was a long time ago and continue to live that lifestyle until, I reach, the day I die. Whenever that is. It could be, 40, 50 years down the road. I'm hoping it's 40 or 50 years down the road, because that's what's important to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great 2020. I hope you have an amazing birthday, whatever age you're celebrating this year. Whether you're turning 18, whether you're turning 21, whether you're turning 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 75, however old you're turning, just know that I'm rooting for you. That's what you guys should should be doing for yourselves as well. Rooting for yourself, whatever age you're turning. It may be a smaller age too. It may mean nothing, an age that means nothing, like 31 or 26 or 27 or 20. Whatever age you're celebrating, just have fun. Be who you want to be on your birthday. And that's what's key for me. And that's what should be key for you guys. So have a great day. I will see you tomorrow with a brand spanking new vlog. Bye-bye.